Hey everybody, welcome back to Freedom Wanderer. I'm Chuck McDonald. I'm so happy you are here with me today. It is early morning, about 8 a.m. and I woke up with a special day today. The girls were off to school and I have nothing to do until 3 p.m. this afternoon. So I thought, what could I go get into? So I thought about several things. I thought about kayaking, but the water temperature is 59 degrees. Not going to do that. Thought about crabbing. Water's 59 degrees. Not going to do that. So I thought, you know what? Let's do something a little bit different. So hang in there. Let's have an adventure. So I've taken a quick 15-minute drive down through Murrells Inlet to one of my favorite places, Huntington Beach State Park. I've told you guys about the annual pass. We're going to show them our annual pass and go inside. My display shows 47 degrees for an outside temperature. You're saying, Chuck, what are you doing at the beach? I'll show you in just a minute. Let's get inside first. All right, thank you. Just that easy, annual pass. So today what I'm gonna do is 47 degrees outside. Everybody thinks living in Myrtle Beach is playing in the ocean year round and swimming at the beach and dark suntans. No, it is springtime. It is still cold, but I'm going to take you and show you a part of Huntington Beach State Park I've only showed you from a distance, and that is the jetties that make Murrells Inlet out into the ocean. So it's about a mile walk from the north entrance. So let's get there. I'll catch you there and I'll show you a mile-long walk on the beach on a cold spring morning. Let's go. Woohoo! We've made it to the north entrance, or to the north beach access at Huntington Beach State Park. And so let's jump out, get on the beach, and start walking. So I've made it down to the beach. I've started my walk. If I see anything cool, I will make sure I record it and let you guys know. I am heading north down the beach. And if you see in the distance, the jetties are, let me see if I can get my finger right here. It's about a mile's walk there and a mile's walk back. So it'll be a 2-mile walk on a cold beach morning here at Huntington Beach State Park. Outside air temperatures about 47, 48, according to what I see in my truck, in my display. The ocean temperature, surf temperature, 59 degrees. There's really not a breeze blowing, but hey, it's a good morning to walk. It beats sitting on the couch. So let's go check out the jetties. Woo! Still walking, guys. You can see the jetties coming into view really good now. Almost about halfway there. I am seeing a lot of seagulls in the surf, which may mean the bait fish are kind of running a little bit. It is stirred up fairly well. It's not really flat. I am seeing a lot more shells down this way, which I knew that would happen. Still a beautiful day, other than the wind. I know the temperature says 47 degrees. The wind is rather chilly. Not a cloud in the sky. Just beautiful sunshine. I'm so glad I drank some of my Blue Frog before I came. Now I will say, I hope you can see on the video, I am right here at the jetties. I'm about 100 yards away. There are not a lot of shells, but there are a lot more shells up here next to the jetties than there are closer to where a lot of the people hang out. And I learned that from a YouTuber who goes by Inlet Boy. If you think of Murrells Inlet, think of Inlet Boy. And if you watch this Inlet Boy, give us a comment down below. You guys go check his channel out. He does amazing videos when it comes to shelling, when to go, where to go, what to look for, all up and down the South Carolina coast and the North Carolina, Georgia. He is great at it. His YouTube channel is Inlet Boy, a shameless plug. He didn't ask me to do this. I love watching his videos and I think it's great. So go check him out, Inlet Boy. Pretty big horseshoe crab shell. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, so we are here at the jetties, and I'm going to try to explain this as best I can. This is south. This is Huntington Beach State Park. You can see just a lot of trees, maybe way in the distance you can see some buildings about 2 miles down the beach. That is Litchfield Beach. This is Huntington Beach, and you can see the jetty walkway going down that way, and we will do that. All of this is Murrells Inlet. I'm looking away from the ocean. Let me get up here on the walkway. They have a beautiful asphalt walkway out here you can walk on. This walkway will turn into a nature trail that will take you all the way back to where I parked at the north parking lot. You can see a little beach there. We'll do that in a minute. You can see houses far on the other side of the inlet. That is Murrells Inlet. The other side of the inlet here, you see those buildings, that is Garden City and Garden City Beach. And way off in the distance, that way, is the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk, where I like to go to so much. So this is the inlet itself. That is the north jetties. This is the south jetties. You can only get here from Huntington Beach State Park or by boat. And so there's a walkway all the way out to the end of the jetty, and I will take you there. And today is a beautiful day. There are no fishermen out. Normally during the season, during spring break, all the way up until about Labor Day weekend, This is completely loaded with fishermen. It is going to be warmer this afternoon. I think our high is getting close to 70 today. Probably after lunch, later this afternoon, there will be plenty of fishermen out here trying to get a bite. So let's take some more of our walk. Now, if you're a fisherman, I get asked this all the time about good fishing spots. This is probably about 200 yards long out into the ocean. Fishermen are here during the season. There'll be hundreds of them out here. There's plenty of room to spread out. You will have to pay to get into Huntington Beach State Park to come out here. And you don't necessarily have to walk. People use their e-bikes or pedal bikes, and they bike down here pulling their little fishing carts. I see them all the time during the summer. This is a wonderful fishing spot. If you like rod and reel fishing or crabbing, this is a good spot. All right, here we are at the very end. You can see the markers out at the end of the channel. This is for all you boaters. This is how you get out of Murrells Inlet into the ocean. Now, once again, Garden City, Surfside, Myrtle Beach, way up there. It's a clear day for me to see. I don't know if you can see it on the video. Behind Garden City is Murrells Inlet itself. And then you have Huntington Beach State Park all the way down to Litchfield Beach. And like I say, from the north entrance, it's about a mile. Whether you want to walk it, I like walking it, or if you want to have a bike, there's a lot of people doing that. I just ran into a gentleman that rode his bike down here. So let's walk to the other end. I'll show you more of the inshore part of the jetties. This is it, beautiful place. You can see we have a north current, so it's really creating some waves. It's a little chop. I see some white capping out in the ocean itself. There is a shoal out here. It makes it a little shallow where all the sand pushes up in. Good for flounder. Good fishing spot, guys. One little side note, I hope you can see right over here, I can see the canopy on a boat. If you want to know how cold it is and what the sea state is like, I have been walking around out here for 20-30 minutes or so. I have not seen one boat come in or out of the inlet. So I know a lot of the commercial fishermen probably left early this morning before I got here. I have not seen any boat traffic, and the inlet itself is laid down pretty good. Normally when you go out through the jetties you have to worry about wave action, but I don't see a lot of that this morning, but not a lot of boat traffic. You can see a little otter right there. Okay, so now we're back more towards the Huntington Beach side. You can see the path goes on down to that beach that's a part of the inlet. Let's head down that way. Maybe there's some more otters. The beautiful thing of Huntington Beach State Park is you will see wildlife here. I have seen otters, bald eagles, ospreys, dolphins, tons of fish life, tons of birds. It's an amazing place to come visit. I will show you all the little otter prints in the sand where the little guy was out looking for some food today. That's pretty cool. This part is where your good old southern marshlands start. Murrells Inlet itself, as you can see over here, all the way down to the marsh walk. I can now see the marsh walk in the distance. If you can see that green roof way out in the distance, that's actually Wahoo's restaurant on the marsh walk. All of this grass you see in the center is just pluff mud and grass. It is a typical southern East Coast low country marsh, typical of this region. If you like oysters, looks like I have found an oyster bed. I can tell by the current coming through that the tide is going out, or at least up here in the marsh itself. So the oysters are now exposed. Barnacles, somebody tell me what those are. I'm not walking down there, but I know you can. It's okay. You can crab in this little creek and fish. The water is uncommonly clear. I've been here several times and it's never been this clear. All right, so we have come to the end of the walkway, and what blows my mind is last summer when I was here, all of that was water. Now it is chain linked off and filled with sand. Obviously they're doing some kind of dredging, and it blows my mind. This walkway used to go all the way to those trees, and that was water. So I guess they're filling it in, or something along those lines. But here's the end. You can see over here a lot of shells you can hunt through and get into. This is on the inland side, or what would be the west end of the walkway. And I just mind blown that that is filled in a year. Less than a year. It was last summer. Wow. So thank you guys for joining me on an adventure. This actually became an adventure. I have found a massive pile of seashells that I'm going to spend some time walking through. I have found where they've changed the inlet. So like I say, this beats sitting at the house on the couch, being bored, and just gaining weight, right? So thank you guys for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best I can, the questions. And that's it, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I so appreciate you being a part of my channel and basically my life now, because this is just my life. This is what I would be doing if I did not have a YouTube channel and a camera in my hand. I would still be out here having a blast, just being in nature. So I really do love you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'm going to look for some shells, and then now I have about 1.5 mile walk back straight into the teeth of this 10-mile-an-hour cold wind. But that's okay. It'll get my heart rate up, and I've got a Blue Frog waiting on me in the truck. If you haven't checked out Blue Frog, it's an organic energy drink. There's always links in the description below. You can check them out. They're organic. I let my grandkids drink them. So instead of soda or pop or whatever you call it. Anyway, love you guys. I appreciate you. I mean it. Please, if you've watched this far, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, click the bell for notifications. All the good stuff is free, and I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. So remember, friends, life is an adventure. You've got to get off the couch and go live it, just like this. We'll see you in the next adventure.